Hi folks, good evening. Welcome to Selenium certification training. Hope I'm audible and you are all able to see the screen. Thank you for confirmation, folks. Before we get started the training, let me explain for whom this training is designed for. This training is basically designed for the people who are looking for the job, who have been working with the software companies from quite a long time and want to change the job. All right. And the people recently graduated, freshers, laid off from companies, and who are searching for the job, they can join this training. All right. So the people who are already working on manual testing and wants to migrate to the automation testing. And the people who are already working on the automation projects and facing challenges, so those people can join in this training. And the next bunch of people who are already working in software companies in different domains, such as working as network engineer, system admin, developers, database engineer, and wants to migrate to the automation testing or the SDET. Why I'm telling this is sometimes due to personal reasons, people from different domain get into the software testing or the SDET, right? And some people, let's say, working in different domains or the different fields, such as marketing, insurance, BPO, and even in call center, and want to change job field to the IT or the software industry, even they can join this online Selenium training. All right, and just let me explain the goals of this training. Why I need to join this training? What are the takeaways at the end of the training? So first and foremost thing is, after the completion of training, you should be able to crack the SDET Selenium interview with ease, and you can land into a high-paying dream job. All right. And so you should be able to easily work on the corporate projects and could be capable enough to design the frameworks, project specific frameworks. All right. And after completion of the training, you can easily show 3+ years of automation testing experience. And you should be able to code and program yourself. So these are all the reasons, right, and the goals of this training. And this training is completely divided into two phases. One phase focuses on the technical part, and the other phase focuses on the job, landing the high-paying job. Right, so let me explain a bit detail into these two phases. All right, so as I said, the primary focus is going to be on the technical phase of training, and we'll be learning the Java programming, right? In Java programming, we'll be learning Java testing frameworks such as TestNg, Junit, and you learn naming conventions, data types, operators, control statements, arrays, strings, functions, and also most importantly, we'll be learning the object-oriented programming. We'll be learning the object-oriented programming concepts such as interface, inheritance, right? Um, Abstraction, encapsulation, correct? Um, and we will be not only learning these concepts, we'll be simultaneously practically implementing on the projects, right? So we'll be working on the projects as well, correct? So, and after that, we'll be also learning the exception or error handling, file handling, collection framework, page object model. So whatever is required to work on the uh, Selenium automation tool from the programming perspective, from the Java programming perspective. So we'll be learning all those things here. All right. So the next is in the technical phase itself. So we'll be focusing on the learning of Selenium WebDriver 4. Right. So here we'll be learning the WebDriver working mechanism, how WebDriver internally works, its architecture, why it is called as an interface or an API, and we learn automating all the browsers such as Firefox, Chrome, you know, Internet Explorer, Opera, and you will also learn the web object identification. You not only learn, you get mastery in identifying objects using different locating strategies such as by ID, name, CSS selector, XPath, right? And also you will be learning working with all the web elements on the web pages such as text box, buttons, um, web tables, and the windows, right? Drop downs, right? So we'll understand all the working mechanism of the web elements. And along with that, so we'll also be learning how to fetch all the web elements from a page, and how to implement the grid along with the WebDriver, right? And so we'll also learn how to work with the database by using Selenium WebDriver. So, right, so you'll be learning this also during this training. And also we'll be learning project framework designing, the project framework such as data-driven framework, keyword, hybrid framework designing, page object model framework designing, and the designing BDD Cucumber framework, understanding the TDD, test-driven development. And we not only design the framework, we also after executing the framework, we should be able to generate a different reports such as extent reports, XSLT reports, default TestNg reports, should be able to generate the logs. And also we should be able to implement the programs or scripts execution with the grid. So we should be able to run the programs or scripts on the different operating systems, platforms, with the different browsers by implementing the grid with the hub and node concepts. Apart from that, so we will also be learning the DevOps concepts implementation on the project, automation projects, right? So to keep our code into the repository, let's say like a GitHub, we we'll be learning the version control tool, Git repository, online repository, GitHub, and the CI, continuous integration tool, Jenkins, and the deployment tool, CD, continuous deployment tool, Ansible or Puppet, one of those, and the dependency tool, build generating tool such as Maven and or the containers, right? So the Kubernetes or Docker. So this is part of the SDET, software development engineering test, right? So we'll be learning all these concepts during this training, implementation during this training. Apart from that, so you will be also learning the web development, right? The front end development using concepts such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node.js, React.js, and you should be able to build along with me during the training a personal website, and we'll be hosting that onto over the web or the internet so that everyone can access that personal website. And this is going to be very handy during the interview, right? So why I train this web development in the Selenium SDET training is basically Selenium is a web automation tool. To work on the web automation tool Selenium, you should be able to design, you should be able to develop the web application as well. So that's the reason. So I'll be focusing on this web development so that it's easy for you to um, automate the any kind of a web application, right? And so people shown this into the interviews, and they even got into the development project. So it's going to help a lot to the automation engineers or the SDETs. So that is the technical phase, folks. That's what we are going to learn during the technical phase of our training. And the second phase of our training is mainly focuses on landing dream job, right? So how we can land into a great job, right? So as I said, so part of this framework, so have designed a framework called Landing Dream Job Framework, wherein I'll be training you on how to build or building the resumes, right? The traditional resumes are not going to get a job for us guys, folks. So we need to, I will be showing you how to build the ATS compliant resume or CV, visual, effective, impressive CVs, and the generic CVs which you can use to apply all the jobs, right? And I'll be explaining the job applying techniques, right? So how to apply the job with these CVs which we designed. So it's not only the applying jobs through the job portals, we should also focus on the platform, professional platform like LinkedIn to get the job. I'll be talking those all and how to um, uh, apply the job with the customized CVs or the resumes, how to build the customized CVs, and what keywords to use to get the interview calls, right? And so that I will be explaining how to build the network in this professional platform and how to get the referrals. All right, so I'll be training on this part as well. And apart from that, so I'll be explaining the or training you on the interview preparation and how to face the interview. Let's say the first round of basic HR round, and the first technical round, second technical round, and then the framework round, and the last salary negotiation HR round, right? So right, so all this preparation, and also before you go for an interview, I'll be taking 3 rounds of mock interviews, kind of a live interviews where I will be asking the questions, and in case if you're not able to answer, or also I'll be explaining how to explain properly your errors being eliminated. So I'll be asking to change or modify, including your soft skills. Could be soft skills, could be the way of your explanation. So these are all part of the a landing a dream job framework, right? So part of this one, and this frameworks, LDJF, landing dream job framework, make sure that you land into a high paying good job. All right, so high paying job in a good company. And apart from that, so what happens is, so if you prepare very well, if you understand the concepts, technical concepts very well, implementation very well, if you are technically very strong, you have a solid technical knowledge and experience, if you say yes, definitely you can land a dream job offer. And also, it's not only the landing dream job, it will also help you to work on the projects, automation projects after landing the job, right? So in this way, this training is designed for the for you folks. And the one more important aspect is, if you are looking for high paying dream job, or you want to be an automation expert or a good coder, right? So this training is for you folks, and hope so you people, once you join the training, right, so you are going to achieve all these things what we discussed, right? So the primary focus, or to achieve our goal of getting a high paying job in good company, right? So to become an automation expert or the coder, so we'll be learning everything very systematically throughout our training, right? So it takes time to do all these things, folks, right? So whatever we discussed, so building the strong technical experience, and the second one is to build all this, to implement all this landing dream job framework strategies, right? So it's not going to happen in a overnight, or in few days, like 20 days or a month. So this training is going to be for 1.5 months, and after the completion of the training, so you should work for a month, at least for a month, continuously practicing concepts, so working on the projects, and making sure that you understand very well, and you get the experience of experience of a person who actually worked on the automation project. Correct. So automation project. So that is what is going to happen, right? So it needs a time, right? And you need to practice the tasks, right? You need to practice everything. So whatever is given into the during the training, so that then the magic happens. And there is a certification exam and the so project work. All right. So at the end of the training, so this builds the tremendous confidence in you to clear an interview very easily, right? Because you will be working on the live project. And also, there are lots of assignments uh, given during the training, and I'll be conducting some tests periodically. And so I show you some solving or coding puzzles, right? And I'll give some puzzles to solve you folks also, right? So, and you will learn every concept very clearly during this session, during the training. All right. And I'll be with you. I will be supporting you with you in the journey of this training, in the journey from day one to till you land land a high paying job. All right. So not only you land into a high paying job in a good company, after joining to that company into the automation project, I'll be helping you in the initial days, and whenever you required some support or help to complete the automation task, right? So that is what going to happen. And during the training, and even after the training, you get a lot of help from me, right? So after learning all these things, folks, right, all these technical skills, I think having this strong, sound knowledge of experience in working automation, we get it during the training, and I don't think any interviewer dare to reject you, folks. Right? In case of any such scenarios, we'll ask the reason, and we work on that, and we'll face the next interview. And trust me, you will get your high-paying job 200% for sure after maximum 2 to 3 interviews. And that's what happened with the all folks who undergone the training in the previous batches online training. Right? So, and trust me, so what happens is during this training, you will enjoy a lot while learning, and you are going to have a lot of fun as well, because so I'll be explaining the things in such a good manner, so you never feel you never feel any kind of stress or burden during the learning. All right. So I guess I believe most of you folks already know me. You might have got trained in corporate companies, and how you enjoyed the training. At the same time, how you learned concepts and technical things working on projects so easily. All right, so people who doesn't know me, who haven't gone trained by me yet, so you guys are going to get so much that you are going to be a great professional software professional test engineer, automation engineer, or the SDET. Right, so you are going to experience so much people. Right, so hope your all questions are being answered in this session, like how the learning is gonna be, and what we are learning, how you are going to land your high paying dream job, right? How the job is guaranteed, right? So this is what I want to discuss with you folks before we go ahead and start our Selenium Java actual training. All right, folks, I hope everyone cleared with the questions, whichever you have in your mind so far. It's been, I hope, I assume, I believe that these are all cleared. And now, so just keep learning. Hope you are all super excited for the next session. I'm too excited for the next session. And see you guys in the next session, and bye for you, bye for now, folks. All right, thank you so much for joining the training session, and hope to see you guys in the next hope to see you folks in the next session. Bye for now. Bye, guys.